Okay, imagine your dream life. Does it include waking up at 5 a.m. and then hustling all day in your business for the next 12 to 18 hours? Yeah, me neither. And that's why I teach business owners how to create passive income systems in their business so that they can continue to grow and make more money without burning out and without hustling all day long. So I don't know about you, but like my idea of living a boss babe life is like, making money doing my business, but also hanging out with my kids, like maybe growing some heirloom tomatoes in my garden and going on a vacation or two. It's definitely not being glued to my computer 24/7. Okay, cool. So now how do we do this? The backbone of creating passive income is through email marketing. And if you're new here, I'm Morgan. I'm the owner of Pleasant View Media. I've been in digital marketing for about 10 years, and in that time, I've helped dozens of entrepreneurs and business owners grow their businesses by hundreds of thousands of dollars. And one of the main ways that we do this is with email marketing. And before we talk about what exactly email marketing is, let's talk about what it's not. Number one is spam. So, when you're doing email marketing properly, we are not spamming people. Every person that you will be emailing is someone who chose to receive emails from you. And we're going to be respectful of their inboxes, meaning we're only going to send them valuable content and things that we think they're going to like. It's also not a get rich quick scheme. This is something that takes time to build, but like I said, it's the backbone of your business. And when you take the time to create an email marketing system in your business correctly, this will lead to stability in income and leads and sustainable growth in your business. So, to put it super basically, email marketing is just when you create a list of people who sign up to receive emails from you and then you email them. Super easy, right? And the reason that you need to have email marketing in your business is because it creates stability. So let's think about this. If you're on social media, you are promoting your business on social media, I'm sure you've probably felt personally victimized by algorithms. I know I have. And with email marketing, there are things that we have to deal with and worry about, but you have a direct line of communication to your ideal client, your ideal customer, versus on social media where you're at the whim of like whatever Zuckerberg wants to do that day or whatever like TikTok decides is going to be the new algorithm. That is completely out of your control. And not only that, but your social media profiles could get completely shut down. Even if you're using something like SEO and Google search for pushing traffic to your business and to your offers, that also can be something that completely changes. I know that I started as a blogger and I still have a blog that sends me income every month, but I've seen a huge tank in my traffic because of changes in the Google algorithm. And so when we create an email marketing list, we have a more stable way of staying in touch with our customers and our followers. Not only that, but it's super profitable. The average ROI or return on investment in email marketing is $36 to the dollar. So basically, for every dollar you spend on your email marketing, you're going to get $36 back. The reason it's so effective is because number one, reading emails from someone feels a little bit more intimate than on social media where you're just posting something for everyone to see. Even though people understand that you're not emailing them directly personally, you're probably emailing a list, it still feels more personal when it comes directly to your inbox. And not only that, but people go to their email inbox to purchase. When's the last time that you went to go and buy something and you thought, hey, you know what? I saw a coupon code from that company. Let me go back and look in my inbox, see if I can find that coupon code. Or you know that during Black Friday, you're going to be getting deals sent to your inbox. So maybe you go there to look and see what the deals are. Lots of people actually go there to buy. They're ready to buy when they go to their inbox. And so it's not only a type of insurance for your business because your list is something that you own that's not controlled by social media or other platforms, but it's very profitable. So the first thing that you need to do is decide what platform you're going to use. I'm going to give you three options that I have used or my clients have used and I think would probably fit most people's needs. The first is if you are just brand new and you just want some basic features and you're also looking for something kind of cheap. I like MailerLite. They have a free version that has pretty much all the features that you need to get started. It's also easy to use, and there's tons and tons of tutorials that you can find like on YouTube and other places to help you get it all set up. The second one, when you're ready to go for something a little bit more robust, would be ActiveCampaign, that has more features, and it's just like a little bit of a step up from MailerLite. A lot of people love it and use it. And then the third is if you're a course creator and you want to create your sales funnels, your courses, your email marketing, even your website all in one space, I really like Kajabi for that. I've used Kajabi for multiple clients and we all seem to really love it. They've also got really great support systems. So once you know where you're going to house your email list, what platform you're going to use, now you have to actually get people onto the email list. The way that we get people onto our email list is through a lead magnet. So think about the last time you went to some website and you were trying to like buy some clothes or whatever. You probably had some kind of pop-up come up and it's like, hey, if you sign up for our email list, we'll give you 10% off or 15% off or something like that. Or maybe you went to a different website and it said, hey, download our free guide or free training, something like that. That's a lead magnet. It's just simply some kind of free offer that you're giving someone in order to get them to give you their email so that you can stay in touch with them. It can be something as simple as a coupon code, especially if you have like a product-based business. But a lot of service-based businesses, coaching businesses, you're going to use something like a free training, a webinar, an ebook, a guide, something like that. That is what you're going to use as your lead magnet to get people to join your email list. From there, you're going to set up an automated email sequence. And this is where it gets great because through an automated email sequence, which is just a series of emails that are dripped out and sent to your ideal customer or your audience over the course of however long you want it to be, you're able to nurture your relationship with them and actually sell to them without doing anything. You have to write the emails initially, but once they're written and they're set up in your email system, it's all running on autopilot. And this is where that passive income comes into play because the longer you're in business, the more you can add to these sequences, make them even longer, have upsells, downsells, all kinds of ways that you can continue to sell. As people go through your automated email sequences, you can do things like add tags to them saying that they've maybe opened a lot of emails or they've clicked a lot of links and it seems like they're very interested, and you can send them on a different path than maybe someone who hasn't opened any of your emails. When people do make purchases, you can put tags on them too, so they can be a whole separate group of people who you might sell different things to based on their purchase history. There's a lot of ways that you can segment and group your different email lists in order to create the most personalized content for your customers and clients. And that's one of the most effective ways of actually getting them to buy is by creating an as personalized experience as possible. And I know maybe if you have never done email marketing, it might sound kind of complicated or like there's a lot of steps here, but it truly is fairly simple. And all of the platforms that I suggested you using will have tons of knowledge bases and support to help you set those types of things up. And spoiler alert, we also do that for clients. So like if you need help, I'm here. You can book a free call. All right, so you've got your platform, you got your lead magnet, you got your email sequence set up that's going to go out to people to sell on autopilot. How do you know if it's working? What are the metrics that we're going to use to determine if our email marketing is successful? I mean, first of all, it's sales, right? Like making money is a huge determination or a big like point in determining whether your email marketing is successful. But, you know, let's break it down a little bit more than that. But when it comes to sales, your average conversion rate is going to be about 1% to 2%, meaning that 1% to 2% of people who read your email are going to take the action that you want them to take, which is typically going to be make the purchase. When you're just starting out, this could be lower, or maybe you get lucky and it's higher, but this is just kind of like a benchmark that's average across all industries is like 1% to 2%. Some people are going to have up to 5% or even higher, but this is something that you're going to work on over time and improve, which is the same for all of these different statistics that we're talking about. These are the averages, and you can work to increase these over time. The second one is open rates. Open rates are just the percentage of people who you send the email to who actually open it. This is becoming more and more unreliable of a statistic, because there's different privacy rules that are coming up on like iPhone, making it less accurate because people can basically opt out of their email data being tracked in the same way that we used to be able to track it, which is good for privacy, bad for marketing. But the average open rate is going to be about 20 to 30%. If you're in the 20 to 30% range, then you're probably doing okay. Next is your click through rate. So let's say that you have any kind of link inside the email that you're directing people to. The percentage of people who actually click that link, that's going to be about 2%. Again, could be more or less, but an average is about 2%. If you're around there, then you're doing okay. And finally, unsubscribe rate. Look, you work so hard to build your email list, and I'm sure you're kind of afraid people are going to unsubscribe. People are going to unsubscribe. This is part of the process. And the good news, it's only going to be a very small percentage. Usually less than 1%, probably more like a quarter of a percent, like a very small percentage of people are going to be unsubscribing. If you are seeing more than 1% of people unsubscribing for your list, then there might be a problem that you want to figure out. Either the content you're sending them is not that great, or maybe there's some kind of disconnect between that lead magnet and then the actual content that you're sending. So let's say, for example, your lead magnet is on like a new mom checklist, but then you're actually selling them things about like car parts. Like, obviously, that's not going to work. A lot of people are going to unsubscribe. But using these metrics, you can kind of see maybe where there are problems happening in your email marketing and making adjustments accordingly. So let's say, for example, if we go back to open rate, if your open rate is really low, one of the things you might need to work on are your subject lines. So let's start diving into the actual like content that we're creating when it comes to our email marketing. The biggest thing that you want to think about when making sure people actually open your emails is that subject line. Typically only about like 6-ish words are going to show up in that preview. So let's say when you open your phone, most people are probably going to be looking at this on mobile. When you open your phone and you see the emails in your inbox, about 6 words is what you're going to see. And then once you've got the subject lines down, you can move on to making sure that the actual content is awesome. Now, don't get stressed thinking that you have to have some beautifully designed email with tons of images and all this stuff. If that fits your brand, go ahead and do that. There's lots of templates like on Canva that you can do. But I like to just do plain text emails, like literally just text. Sometimes I'll have like a header or a simple image, maybe like a funny meme or something like that. But for the most part, I just like to use text. And there's a few reasons for that. That's just my brand is to be like pretty straightforward. It also makes it more likely that your emails will not go into the spam folder, right? So all of our different email systems have these spam filters that are trying to weed out emails that Gmail or whatever email service provider you use thinks are spam. And the more streamlined that you can create your emails, the less likely you're going to end up in spam. Now, just because you do use graphics or you do use images doesn't mean you're automatically going to get sent into the spam folder. But just for me, like, I like to be conservative with those things and keep things as simple as possible. And then when it comes to your content, really you're going to be making a couple different kinds of content, just like you do on, say, like Instagram, right? You're not going to create every post to be a sales post, right? You're going to also give value, right? This is something we talk a lot about in marketing. And giving value doesn't always mean it has to be like super educational or boring. It could just be telling a funny story. It could be educating people, giving some types of tips, things like that. But you want to space out the selling in your emails with these other pieces. But what I don't want you to do though is get so wrapped up in every email being perfect. It's better to send an email that is not perfect and learn along the way versus waiting until you feel like it is exactly what you want it to be. And then on top of that, don't wait to email your list. So we talked about sending an automated email sequence, but we're also going to be sending what are called broadcast emails, which are just single emails that you're going to send potentially once a week, once a month, every other week, however often you can do it. And in these broadcast emails, this is just a way for you to continue to connect with people who potentially did already go through that automated email sequence and are now, and you need to continue to nurture your relationship with and sell to them even after they complete these email sequences. And that's when you send these broadcast emails. Don't wait until you have like a certain number of people on your list to email them. Start emailing people right away, because it's going to feel intimidating to hit send on an email when there's like 100, 200, 500, 1,000 people on your email list. But if there's like one or two people on your email list, 5 people on your email list, 10 people, it doesn't feel as intimidating. I could go on forever about this. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. If you want more videos about email marketing, then go ahead and hit subscribe, because I'm going to be sharing more and more on this and tons of different pieces of digital marketing and ways that I help business owners grow and make more money with easier systems and ways that don't require you to like hustle 24/7, because that's not what I'm here for. If you also need more guidance or help on this, then book a free consult. This is a chance for us to just like chat, do a vibe check, and figure out how I can help your business get email marketing started so you can get that passive income going. All right. Bye.